The year is 800 AD. In most of the world, people live in wooden huts, fear the dark, and die before the age of 30. There is no medicine, no science, no libraries, no hope. But in one city, on the banks of the Tigris River, something extraordinary is happening. A city of 1 million people, the world's largest hospital, the world's greatest library, scholars solving problems that Europe wouldn't understand for another 600 years. This is Baghdad, and this is the story the world forgot. In the next 20 minutes, you're going to discover 3 things. First, how a single man built the most advanced city in human history from nothing in the middle of a desert. Second, the inventions born inside this city that you still use today, every single day, without knowing it. And third, how it all ended, in 1 week, in fire and blood. Stay until the end, because the final 5 minutes will change how you see the world. Let's begin. The year is 762 AD. The Abbasid Caliph Al-Mansur stands on the banks of the Tigris River. He has an empire stretching from Spain to India, the largest empire on earth. And he needs a capital city worthy of that power. He looks at this flat, muddy land and sees something no one else can see. He says, "This is the place. Build it here." But here's what made Al-Mansur different from every ruler before him. He didn't build a city in a line or a square or a rectangle. He built a perfect circle, a round city, 3 kilometers in diameter, 3 massive walls surrounding it. Why round? Because in a circle, every point on the outer wall is exactly the same distance from the center. No corner is ever harder to defend than another. It was mathematics applied to architecture, 500 years before Europe would even understand basic geometry. Construction took 4 years, 100,000 workers, and when it was done, the world had never seen anything like it. Inside the walls, palaces, mosques, government buildings. But what made Baghdad truly extraordinary was what happened outside the walls. Because Al-Mansur didn't just want a strong city, he wanted the smartest city. He sent letters to every scholar, doctor, mathematician and philosopher in the known world. "Come to Baghdad," he wrote. "We will pay you, feed you, house you, and ask only one thing in return. Bring your knowledge with you." They came from Persia, from India, from Greece, from Egypt, and what they built together would change everything. Under Caliph Harun al-Rashid, and later his son al-Ma'mun, Baghdad built something that had never existed before in human history. Bayt al-Hikmah, the House of Wisdom. Not just a library, a research institution, a translation center, a university. Scholars were paid in gold, literally paid in gold, equal to the weight of the books they translated. Think about that. They paid for knowledge by the kilogram. Every great work ever written by the Greeks, the Persians, the Indians was brought here, translated into Arabic, studied, improved, and expanded. The House of Wisdom held over 400,000 manuscripts at a time when the entire library of a European monastery might contain 50 books. 50. But here's the thing that nobody talks about. Baghdad wasn't just inventing science, it was building the world's first hospitals, with actual doctors who had to pass examinations to practice. The world's first pharmacies with regulated medicine. The world's first check system, meaning merchants could travel across the entire empire without carrying gold. Because a piece of paper, a sack, was enough. You know what we call that today, a check. Yes, the modern check was invented in Baghdad. The collected knowledge of 3 centuries, and they threw them into the Tigris. People say that for days afterward, the river ran black with ink. Think about what was in those books: medical cures that might have existed nowhere else, mathematical proofs, astronomical observations, philosophical works, all of it gone. In 7 days, scholars who study this event ask a question that has no answer. How many centuries did humanity lose that day? How much further ahead might medicine be, or science, or technology? We will never know, because the Tigris took those answers to the sea. Baghdad was destroyed, but its knowledge was not. The books that survived, carried by fleeing scholars to Cairo, to Damascus, to Cordoba in Spain, eventually reached Europe. They were translated into Latin. They sparked the Renaissance. The mathematics of al-Khwarizmi became the foundation of modern computing. The medicine of Ibn Sina became the basis of modern biology. The astronomy of al-Biruni made navigation possible, which made the age of exploration possible, which shaped the modern world. So the next time someone tells you that civilization began in Greece or Rome or Western Europe, remember this river, remember this city, remember that for 300 years the greatest minds in human history gathered in one place, built the greatest library the world had ever seen, and changed everything. That place was Baghdad, and we should never forget it.